The world is watching as former U.S. President Donald Trump takes a stance that challenges America's traditional policy on Ukraine. In a recent Fox News interview, Trump suggested that Ukraine's future remains uncertain, stating it may or may not be Russian someday. He also made it clear that continued U.S. support for Ukraine must come with something in return. Trump highlighted Ukraine's vast resources, including rare earth metals, oil, and gas, and expressed his concern over the massive financial aid flowing into the country. He insisted that any American investment in Ukraine should be secured, saying, "We're spending hundreds of billions of dollars, and I want it back." His comments sent shockwaves through international politics, with Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov quickly responding, claiming that a significant part of Ukraine wants to be part of Russia and already is. Poland, a nation that shares a border with Ukraine and has been one of its strongest allies, has made its position clear. In an exclusive interview, Polish President Andrzej Duda spoke about the ongoing war and the critical role the international community must play in preventing Russia from gaining the upper hand. As the war nears its third anniversary, he stressed that the focus should be on ensuring Russia does not win, rather than merely calling for its defeat. Duda emphasized that Russia must not benefit from this war. Poland, he reminded the world, was the first to send military aid to Ukraine, donating more than 360 main battle tanks and serving as a crucial hub for military and humanitarian support. With key infrastructure like a major motorway connecting Western Europe to Ukraine and an international airport near the border, Poland has been vital in the fight for Ukraine's sovereignty. When asked about Trump's approach, specifically his suggestion that U.S. support should come with a demand for Ukraine's rare earth resources, Duda acknowledged Trump's business-oriented mindset. He pointed out that Trump, being a businessman at heart, views international relations through a transactional lens. Trump's rhetoric, though unconventional, reflects his broader philosophy. If America is making massive investments, it should see a return. However, Duda reminded the world that Trump was also one of the first U.S. leaders to provide military aid to Ukraine during his presidency, long before many anticipated a full-scale war. Trump's national security advisor, Mike Wallace, reinforced this perspective, stating that Europe must take primary responsibility for Ukraine moving forward. He suggested that Trump, if elected again, would push European nations to take on a larger role in securing Ukraine's future. But can Europe step up? Will Poland, a country already bearing significant risk, commit troops in the future? Duda responded with a stark reality check. Poland has already paid a heavy price, with missiles from the war striking its territory and claiming lives. Unlike other European nations, Poland has been directly exposed to the dangers of this conflict. It has stood firm as the primary gateway for military and humanitarian aid, ensuring Ukraine gets the support it needs every hour of every day. The situation is evolving rapidly, and Trump's stance could mark a turning point in the war. Will his approach push Ukraine toward negotiations, or will it leave the country vulnerable? As the world debates, one thing remains clear. The outcome of this war will shape the future of global security for years to come. As tensions rise and global leaders navigate this complex crisis, the stakes have never been higher. The question is no longer just about military aid or political alliances. It's about the balance of power and the future of Ukraine's sovereignty. If Trump's vision becomes reality, Ukraine could be forced into a difficult negotiation, one where its resources become bargaining chips in a high-stakes deal. Meanwhile, Europe faces mounting pressure. If the U.S. steps back, will European nations fill the void, or will Ukraine be left to fight alone? Poland has already shown unwavering commitment, but can it continue to bear the burden? And what about NATO? Will this shift in U.S. policy weaken the alliance or force it to become more independent? On the battlefield, every moment matters. Ukrainian soldiers continue their relentless fight. Civilians endure unimaginable hardships, and the world watches, waiting to see what the next chapter holds. Will diplomacy prevail, or will the war escalate further? One thing is certain. History is being written right now. The decisions made today will shape the world for generations. If you found this analysis valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Stay informed, stay engaged, and let your voice be heard.